Hello students, in this video we are going to see the Biot Savart law, its application on circular wire. So it's an important derivation from the board point of view as well as from JEE and NEET exams. So we have a current carrying wire which is carrying current I, and radius of this circular wire you can say is R. From the center we need the value of magnetic field at distance x from the center. Radius of the ring is R. Okay, so from this point current is going on in anti-clockwise. So if current is going on in anti-clockwise, so using Biot Savart law we can say that dl cross b, it will give you in this direction. Okay, net magnetic field will be away from it. Okay, so here what we can do, we can take an element at the top of this one and element at the bottom we can take. These are the current elements dl vector. Okay, so we have taken two dl elements, upward and downward, and from this point of view, if you are seeing from this point, the current is coming outward in this element, it will be a dot outward, and at this bottom point it will be a cross, dl is going into the plane. Okay, now from here we need this point, so we'll connect this point on the axis with our dl elements, and that will be work as our radius vector. Okay, so we know that angle between here it will be how much? Dl vector and r vector. Angle between dl vector and r vector will be how much? It will be 90 degree, because dl vector is out of the plane and r vector is in the plane, so angle between them will be 90 degree. Okay, first thing. Now second point, r, we can write down r vector magnitude as root over radius square plus x square. This is also clear by using Pythagoras theorem. This is our radius r and base here is x, so we can find down the value of distance, hypotenuse, root over radius square plus x square. This is also clear. Okay, now let's see the direction. Let me carefully remove all this thing. Okay, so if you talk about direction, so direction of magnetic field due to this element will be in this direction, dB vector, because dB vector is perpendicular to both the vectors dl vector and r vector, so it will be above, making angle 90 degree. Similarly, if you talk about the lower element, so due to the lower element this will be our dB vector, again it will make how much angle? Again it will make 90 degree. Okay, so if you assume this angle to be theta, by symmetry this angle will also be theta. So what about this angle? This one is going to be 90 minus theta, and this one is going to be 90 minus theta. Okay, now this dB, here we have dB, we can take the component of this dB. So along the axis what component will come? Cos of 90 minus theta will come. Along the angle we know that cos component goes, so dB cos of 90 minus theta will go, and 90 minus theta, cos 90 minus theta will become sin theta. So here dB sin theta will come, and from the downward also dB sin theta will come. So overall it will become how much? 2 dB sin theta along the axis. And if I talk about perpendicular to the axis, here it will be dB cos theta, and this side also it will be dB cos theta. So we can easily see that these two components are going to cancel. Now this is true for any two element, any two symmetrical dl element that you are taking on the current axis. It's not just about, it's not only about this one dl vector for up, top and bottom. It's true for any two dl elements that you are taking, perpendicular components will cancel, along the component will be there. So if I say from this diagram that what about net magnetic field elemental form? So net elemental magnetic field will be how much? 2 dB sin theta. It will be how much? 2 dB sin theta. Okay, now this 2 dB sin theta, we can get the value of net magnetic field by integrating it. Integrating dB net, we'll get net magnetic field. So let's solve it here now. Integral of 2 dB sin theta, integral to dB. dB is given by Biot Savart law. So Biot Savart law says that magnetic field due to current element will be mu naught I dl. Angle between them, see dl vector and r vector, we have angle, right? Dl vector and r vector, we have 90 degrees. So when you will open dl vector cross r vector, it will become dl and r sin theta. Okay, so here it will be dl I dl sin theta divided by square of the distance, r square. This sin theta is, by the way, this sin theta will become 90 degree. Okay, this theta is 90 degree. That is not the theta here that I have taken. So what I can do here, I can just mention it here. This theta is how much? 90 degree. And then outside sin theta we have. Outside already we have sin theta. Okay. Here 4 pi will also come. So mu naught ideal sin theta upon 4 pi r square. This part is from Biot Savart law. Biot Savart law due to current element. Okay. Now it will become mu naught I sin 90 will become 1, and 2 with 4 it will become 2 pi r square, and sin theta will be sin theta. It can be taken out, integral of dl. Okay. Now if you see how many elements I have taken here, I have taken here 2 dl elements. Upward and downward I have taken 2 dl elements. Okay, so 2 dl elements I have taken. It means that if I integrate 2 dl element, 2 length element, I will give you total length of the wire, and total length of the wire is of circular shape. So it will become what? It will become 2 pi r, circumference of the ring. So integral of dl will become how much? Integral of dl will become pi r. Okay, so everything was constant, so it came out of the integration. Integral of dl mu naught I upon 2 pi r square. So we have distance r square plus x square. Since it is root, but it will get cancelled with square. Okay, into sin theta. Now define sin theta from this triangle. So this angle is theta, so sin theta will be opposite by hypotenuse. So sin theta will be opposite upon hypotenuse, root over r square plus x square. So this is value of sin theta that we can simply put here. Okay, so sin theta will be how much? R upon root over r square plus x square. Integral of dl will be how much? Pi r. So pi cancel, it will become mu naught I r square, mu naught I r square upon 2 times, here we have r square plus x square power 1, and here we have r square plus x square power 1 by 2. So overall it will become what? R square plus x square power 3 by 2. So magnetic field will become how much? Mu naught I r square by 2 times r square plus x square power 3 by 2. Okay, this is an important formula. We have multiple applications of this formula on Biot Savart law. So derivation once you have to go through, because it's important from the board point of view also. So make sure that you revise it a few times so that you understand every step very clearly with logic, how you are writing it, why angle between dl vector r vector is 90 degree, or why it is giving sin 2 dB sin theta. So all the points should be clear logically. Okay, then from here what we can say that B maximum. So B maximum, if you see here, depends on x. Magnetic field here depends on what? X. Now it is in the denominator. So if you decrease x, then B will increase. So x, how much you can decrease minimum? X square is there, so x minimum will become 0. It means that maximum magnetic field will obtain at what? X equal to 0 at center. Maximum magnetic field will obtain at center. So how much will be there magnetic field at the center? It will become mu naught IR square upon 2. X will become 0, R square power 3 by 2. So it will become R cube, and a simple formula will come for center magnetic field, that is mu naught I by 2R. Okay. So magnetic field at the center is how much? Mu naught I by 2R. Okay. Got this now. Now this is point number 1. Second point, if it is not a circle but arc of a circle, for example, if it is this much of a circle which is carrying current, not a complete circle but a part of a circle, such that it is making angle theta at the center, subtending angle theta at the center. So here magnetic field will become how much? So here magnetic field will become circle complete mu naught I by 2R. Circle, okay, but how much part is there of the circle? It's a part, it's a theta by 2 pi part of a circle. Sorry, it is how much part? It is theta by 2 pi part of a circle. So magnetic field formula will become fraction of the circle, you have to multiply. If it is half circle, then mu naught I by 2R and 1 by 2. If it is quarter of a circle, then mu naught I by 2R into 1 by 4. So for semicircle, theta by 2 pi means what fraction will be there? It will be half. For quarter circle, what part it will be there? It will be 1 by 4. So you have to multiply with 1 by 4 for quarter and 1 by 2 with the circle formula, and circle formula is mu naught I by 2R. Okay. Okay. Third point. So third point is that if we talk about x is much greater than radius, much greater than radius means far away from center, far away from ring. If you are moving very far away from ring, then what will happen? So when you are moving very far away, so first formula is mu naught I R square over 2 times R square plus X square power 3 by 2. Okay. Now if X is much greater than R, then X square plus R square will approximately be how much? X square only. That R square can be neglected because that is very small. Now X square plus R square, if I say power 3 by 2, it will be X square power 3 by 2, and that will be approximately how much? X cube. Okay. So the denominator can be replaced by what? It can be replaced by X cube. Okay, from till here. Now simple formula, we can reduce this denominator as what? B equals to mu naught IR square by 2x cube. Mu naught IR square by 2x cube. Okay. Fourth point. So fourth point is, if you talk about diagram, if you talk about graph, so how the graph will vary for magnetic field strength with center. So at the center magnetic field will be maximum, that is mu naught I by 2R, and as you move away it will decrease. So at the center field is maximum, and as you move away it will decrease. Okay. So these are the 4 points that you have to remember for this formula about circle, derivation, and some important points about that derivation. Okay. Okay, then thank you very much.